The Buddha did not profess religion. How and why did Buddhism become a religion, and what is the purpose of it?
가셔서
점된데 랑기 이 출루이 있으니까 제 수용됐어. 네, 남배 나 점된데 저기 출루 차래. 간데스 차이나 인생.
I think Buddha, after he enlightened, three Dharma wheels, we call Dharma wheel, teaching. First at the Sarnath, second Rajagiri, and then third Vaishali. So I think the first teaching, Dharma teaching at Sarnath, about the Four Noble Truths and the 37 practice. These are common Theravada tradition or Pali tradition and Sanskrit tradition, same. I usually call that foundation of Buddha Dharma, Four Noble Truths, or these things. And second Dharma wheel, Dharma teaching at Rajagiri. Then he emphasis the concept of shunyata. Shunyata, not nothingness, but because the things exist due to other factor. So patit samupad, because things are interconnected. Things' existence very much depend on other, not by itself. Therefore, nothing independently exists. So that is the meaning of shunyata. So some of his I think teaching at the second Dharma wheel, he mentioned, "O my follower, bhikshus or monks, scholars, should not accept my teaching out of faith, out of devotion, but rather thorough investigation and experiment."
More scientific.
Oh. So some people from the West, they describe Buddhism is not a religion. Buddhism is science of mind. To some extent, I think that's true. So I usually explaining Buddha Dharma. Of course, all major world religious tradition teach us practice of love, forgiveness, tolerance, self-discipline. All major religious tradition. So Buddhism also used to teach us the main message is karuna. So same. Now differences in philosophical field. Basically, you see two groups. Religion, which based on faith about Creator, God. There are many Hindus also used to believe God. And then Jains and Buddhism, no God, no Creator. So big differences. Within non-theistic religion, Sangha philosophy, Jain philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, see, there are differences. The Sangha philosophy as well as Jain philosophy, you see, have this sort of belief. Atma. Only Buddhism, no Atma, Anatma. So big differences. One occasion, now many years ago, one professor from, I think, one of the Bihar University, eventually he took monastic ordination from me. Wonderful, a professor, wonderful. So then one day, we just casual talk. Buddhism, no Atma, according to Buddhist philosophy, no Atma. Then he actually shivering. Oh, there is no Atma. Then I explained the real meaning of anatma does not mean we denying self. Self is there. Buddha himself self. When you see Buddha, you see say, no, concept of selflessness is the self as such, beside this body and mind, some kind of permanent, independent oneness, that kind of self does not exist. So because of that meaning, selflessness or anatma theory. So there are, within sort of non-theistic religion, there are differences, and within Buddhism, Vibhashik, Sodantik, Chitta Mantra, then Madhyamika, differences in theory. So Madhyamika theory, quite one, I think this because of support from scientific finding, quantum physics is very similar that of Nagarjuna's view, things does not exist as appears. So the Raja Ramana, I think you may heard, Indian nuclear physicist. His nickname is India's Sakharov, because he one of the scientists to build nuclear weapon. So once he told me, many years ago, once he told me, quantum physics in the world considered something new. In this country, over 2,000 years, that concept already developed in this country. So Madhyamika philosophy, the quantum physics goes because of the
compatible.
Now modern physicists, modern sort of scientists say, I think at least 2 centuries, I think mainly, you see, focusing on matter, not mind. So the physicists, the quantum physicists, they say nothing objectively exists. So finally, observer becomes very important. Now the next question, what is the observer? A scientist no answer. Because because of the late 20th century, the science, modern science not much talk about mind. So many scientists, they believe just a brain. Beside brain, nothing there. So you see, even you see, these days, some scientists, you see, they only sort of think brain, no sort of mind. Now, later part of 20th century, those, as I mentioned earlier, this is some meditation, not physical exercise or something, but through meditation, training of mind, it actually affect their brain. So now, like Richard Davidson, you see, now accept, beside brain, there is something which can affect our brain. So now, the scientists gradually, you see, develop interest about observer. So then, further question, where is observer? Anatma theory now coming. So like that. So therefore, in a way, Buddhism can say philosophy or science of mind, not religion as such, faith. 되게 럭 참아서네. 당시 시절에 롱 장사서. So many the scholars from Nalanda, these painting, I composed one praising way. Praise. 17 Nalanda masters. You see, like Nagarjuna, and many his followers actually rejected some of Buddha's own teaching. If you accept literally this Buddha's teaching, it goes against reason. Therefore, we must reject. Buddha already gave us liberty to reject his own teaching. So this is quite unique, isn't it? Yes. I respect all religion. All religion carry the message of love. Wonderful. But then theoretical viewpoint, philosophical viewpoint, I think Buddha Dharma's theory is more because of the scientific way, as you mentioned. Yes?
I'll ask one more and then maybe others can also.
Yes?
You approach this a little bit, but can you talk a little bit more about it? In today's world full of religious-based conflicts, should we pursue religion or abandon it?
As I mentioned earlier, all major world traditions carry the same message. If you seriously follow your tradition and sincerely, not just content, visit occasionally the church or the mandir, and the daily life, not much sort of the concern. That is the problem. That is the problem. I often used to telling my Indian friend, I think Indian, generally speaking, religious-minded people, nation. I think each family, some statue of Shivaji or Saraswati or Ganesh, and each morning the family member, particularly the lady, pray some flower, some incense. It looks, sometimes I jokingly teasing my friend, each morning is praying in front of God. It looks like the praying to God for please bless us, my corrupted life more successful. And now these Muslim or Christian, you see, even if it's some Burmese Buddhist, if they seriously follow their own teaching, for example, the Muslim, many of my Muslim friends, they say, the genuine practitioner of Islam, if impossible to create bloodshed. Even, you see, one person who belongs Muslim community, if that person create bloodshed, no longer genuine Muslim. And the very meaning of jihad is not harming other, but combat within yourself the destructive emotion and positive emotion. Combat. That's the meaning of jihad. Yeah. And then one Muslim friend told me, genuine Muslim practitioner must extend love towards entire creature of Allah. Same. Buddhism, all sentient being, mother sentient being, we must extend our love. And Christian practitioner, they say all the creatures of God. So I think Christian, all human being, whole world, actually created by God. Therefore, in that sense, and this very life, no previous life, only this very life created by God. So therefore, you see, that brings some kind of strong feeling, intimacy towards God. So more sort of that feeling, more willingness to follow God's path. Nobody say God is full of anger. God full of love, infinite love. So we are children of such Father. So that philosophical view, very, very powerful to bring conviction about love. And practice love sincerely, then you become happy person, no question, peaceful person, like that. So each wonderful, if you seriously practice or sincerely sort of follow. So one occasion in Mexico, one was a meeting, some Catholic university. They invited me, and then I talked. The local Kasota priest also is there. I mentioned sometimes it looks religion remain on our dress. So those Christian minister also, you see, some dress, special dress. So religion looks, you see, on the dress. So long the dress there, so you acting like holy person. Well, when dress no longer there, then acting something different. So religion must be here, not on dress. So many the teacher or the priest say appreciate or agree. Then next morning, an old bishop or something came to see me. He very much sort of appreciate about my sort of frank expression, like that. So therefore, religion, if whether accept the religion or not, up to individual. Once you accept, must be serious. Then religious teaching must be part of your life. Then all have same potential. So sometimes I also feel too much sort of killing in the name of religion. And sometimes I think the Pope, recently I saw one news report. His Holiness, Pope, mentioned it is better be non-believer than mischievous Christian. That's very good. Therefore, whether you accept religion or not, up to individual. Once you accept, you should be sincere and serious. So, religious person with the name of religion. So therefore, I often now telling the wording is Muslim terrorist. It is wrong. Terrorist is terrorist. Anyone, once committed terrorist, then no longer Muslim, no longer Buddhist, like Burmese, the terrorists also. A few years ago, when I was one occasion I was in Washington. So first time I heard the Burma, some Buddhist monk, terrorized already. Some Muslim community there. So at that time, Time magazine, they cover picture one Buddhist monk and mentioned Buddhist terrorist. I am Buddhist. I feel a little uncomfortable. So genuine sort of Buddhist never committed such things. So similarly, Muslim, genuine Muslim practitioner, as I mentioned earlier, never committed such things. So some mischievous people, once committed that, you cannot say Muslim terrorist. Like that.
Nakamura-san has done a lot of expeditions in eastern Tibet, 40 expeditions. So we'll ask him to...
Correct. Oh, I see.
Yes, yes.
Right.
For 25 years, I went to Tibet, mainly Eastern Tibet and Southern Tibet, including Sichuan, Qinghai,
Right.
Yunnan, those areas Tibetan inhabitants are living. So that's a wonderful place. And my journey was to find unclimbed mountains. So I went to the areas 40 times, and fortunately I could find over 100 high peaks, unknown high peaks. That's my, how to say, pride.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm Tibetan, and particularly I come from Amdo area. So your visit to Tibet, most welcome. Thank you.
Now, His Holiness, I would like to ask you, we have been to Tibet several times, but outwardly everything looks nice and good. So what is the deeper problem in Tibet? Because as a casual visitor, we find
Right.
all okay.
There is one Chinese businessman, really, I think more than millennia. I think he constantly visit Tibet also. No, I think China. He, I think mainly Taiwan. Then often used to visit China for business. So he also has a number of Chinese leaders he knows. So once he came to see me, and he told me, after he visited Lhasa, so there's a new buildings or a new road and many sort of market, these things are very beautiful. He mentioned to me. Then also he met some Tibetan. So these Tibetan, expressed to him, yes, external material development is very good, but inside always fear and very difficult. And so he mentioned that his experience, while he expressed that, tear, crying. So that's the situation. Outwardly, things good. And everybody, out of fear, saying some nice things. And I think remote area, if you have opportunity, visit some remote area with some trusted translator, then you will know. The next question?
We live in the world full of conflict, anger, depression, many other feelings which are negative. In all this reference, what is the true meaning of inner peace?
Inner peace, I believe, the sense of oneness of humanity. Whenever I talk, I always start brothers, sisters. I never mention some sort of or their ranks or titles like that. Then I always mentioning why I use the word brothers, sisters. That's something very important. I myself never consider I'm Tibetan, I'm Buddhist, I'm Dalai Lama. I never consider that. If I too much concern, emphasis, I'm Tibetan, I'm Buddhist, then I'm Dalai Lama. So telling people, if I too much concern about Dalai Lama, then among the 7 billion human beings, only one Dalai Lama. So then I feel lonely. Isn't it? I consider myself as another human being. Then 7 billion human beings are my brothers, sisters. I really feel much happier. That automatically reduces the sense of self-centered attitude. The source of fear is too much emphasis self-centered. So the way to reduce that, think other as our brothers, sisters. Not talking about next life, not talking about heaven or God, simply day-to-day life. Even we can learn dogs, some other animals, who, you see, have more sort of open-minded and easily sort of live with other dogs, then much more peaceful. Some dogs is always barking, other dogs, then it becomes lonely. We can learn from them. And even animal very much appreciate our love, our compassion, our affection. A dog, a cat. If we sincerely showing them our love, our affection, they appreciate our licking. And the cat, go like that. Very beautiful. Without sincere sort of affection, just feeding, they not much appreciate. Isn't it? There's some dogs or some cats, when you're feeding, yes, they enjoy the food, and no longer any sort of any sort of sign of affection. If you show them our affection, our love, they very much appreciate. Only problem is mosquito. I often ask, you see, people, one occasion in Oxford, you see, in the front line, many Oxford sort of scholars. So I asked them, which size of brain have the ability to create appreciation? So I told them, my question is, mosquito, when my mood good, and it is quite sure no malaria, danger of malaria, then I give some blood to some mosquito. They suck my blood, and their physical become fat and red. Then finally, some drops come, or no sign of appreciation. Dogs, birds, if you treat them sincerely, they appreciate. So, what level of brain have the ability to show appreciation? So many occasions I ask this question. So far nobody answered that. So the key thing is, since we are the social animal, individuals' life, individuals exist entirely depend on the rest of the community. So that's the source of our happiness. So self-centered attitude is just contradictory. That reality. So show them our affection. Share all our experience with them. Then you get more inner peace. If you are sincere and you also develop the self-confidence, all your works carried with sincere motivation, truthful, then you get inner strength. And you can carry your life transparently. That brings trust. That brings friendship. social animal. We need friend, isn't it? So, now 11:30. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I think these talks is related with the inner clean environment. We talk, you see, the environment about Himalayan, important. Equally important, clean
internal
inner environment. That's very important. So now, the other day, I was Hindu Lama
Karshnis.
Ka.
Swamiji.
Swamiji.
Karshnis.
Sign. The one Swamiji.
From Mathura, Swami Karshni.
Since many years, we are a very close friend. So recently I was there. So I told at a meeting, so I usually describe him, my elder brother. Looks older than me. So then he made correction. He is younger than me. Then I told, yes, age, I'm older, age-wise, I'm older. Now 82. He, I think, is 70 or something. So his appearances looks, he more older than me. So judging appearances, I describe him elder brother. Then, half joke, I'm mentioning, face, appearance is concerned, my face is more handsome.